City Hall was evacuated today. Tonight, we'll tell you what investigators found.
COVID-19 continues to spread today. 2 Indiana University canceled in-person classes.
The rain has moved out, but the clouds are here to stay for tonight and tomorrow. Find out more later on.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being with us. I'm Tucker White.
And I'm Jada Kiefer.
We began tonight with a scary scene at Muncie City Hall after reports of a white powder scattered on the floor. This prompted an evacuation of the building. Muncie police said on Facebook they were investigating the incident late this morning. Later, Delaware County Emergency Management Director Jason Rogers said the substance posed no threat and City Hall would reopen. According to the Star Press, 2 women were arrested after surveillance video showed them pouring the substance onto the floor. One woman told investigators the powder is used to rid evil, and that is what they were trying to do.
President Trump said today the government will help the cruise and airline industries as the coronavirus keeps travelers and profits away. This as the majority of passengers are still waiting to disembark the Grand Princess ship docked in Oakland, California following a coronavirus outbreak. Nadia Romero reports.
I wish to personally thank you for your patience, understanding and cooperation.
We are going to start the next round of disembarkation at 8 a.m.
Passengers on the Grand Princess cruise ship eagerly awaiting their turn to get off the ship and away from their cabins that have become their homes for the last several days.
We're all in our rooms still or out on our balconies. We have plenty of fresh air. And when we leave the ship, we all be wearing masks. So I think we're pretty safe we're getting to where we're going to be going.
The first group of passengers disembarked Monday, including those needing medical attention, some from California as well as Canadian residents. They were ushered either to the hospital, a military base, or back to Canada. The remaining U.S. residents who are not from California will head to quarantine sites in Texas and Georgia.
I believe from what we're understanding that once we step foot on the base, that we will be quarantined for 14 days.
International travelers will make their way home on chartered flights.
My parents are nervous just because of their age and because of my mother's asthma, but we feel very healthy and we're just praying that we weren't exposed.
In Oakland, California, I'm Nadia Romero reporting.
So far, there's no vaccine for the coronavirus, but researchers at a facility in Texas have started to work on one and they're making progress. Researchers at Texas Biomed are in phase 1 of creating a vaccine to fight the coronavirus. Phase 1 includes growing a small sample of the virus in test tubes to complete the in vitro step. Ricardo Carrion, Program Director of the Maximum Containment Contract Research Program, said he is confident they will find a treatment for the virus.
We have the brightest minds working towards a common goal. So I'm confident that soon we'll have something that would benefit anybody who's infected with it.
In February, the facility applied for a federal grant to help them create different animal models to test the vaccine on. They are approved for $60,000 and they're also using internal project funding. The San Antonio facility is one of about a dozen in the country conducting preventative research.
American Airlines and Delta are slashing both domestic and overseas flights after a plunge in bookings due to the coronavirus. Both companies announced deep cuts Tuesday. American, the largest airline in the world, is reducing international capacity by 10% this summer compared to its current schedule. They will decrease domestic flights by 7.5% next month. Delta is slashing international flights by 20 to 25% and cutting domestic flights by 10 to 15%. The company is also putting on hold a hiring freeze and establishing a way for workers to sign up for unpaid leave. The airline says it no longer stands by its previous earnings outlook for 2020. And until recently, most travel insurance didn't cover a global health scare such as the coronavirus, so you would have to cut your own losses. Now, some insurers are responding to travelers' frustrations. One of the largest providers, Alliance Travel Insurance, is loosening restrictions on claims for some coronavirus-related issues. Those with trip cancellation or trip interruption insurance will be able to cancel the trip if they become ill with coronavirus before or during their trip. People who bought travel to mainland China, South Korea, and some of the northern regions of Italy before coronavirus became a known event would get money back. The coverage applies to travel that departs before April 1st, 2020.
Beginning immediately, CVS Pharmacy will waive delivery fees for prescription drugs due to the coronavirus outbreak. CVS cited the CDC's guidance advising people at higher risk for coronavirus to stay home as much as possible. Aetna, a CVS health company, is waiving early refill limits on 30-day prescription maintenance drugs. Aetna is offering all that to members with pharmacy benefits administered through CVS Caremark. The insurance company is also offering a 90-day maintenance medication prescriptions. While COVID-19 continues to spread across the globe, schools are beginning to put prevention plans in place. IU and Purdue announced this afternoon that both will suspend in-person classes for 2 weeks after next week's spring break. The Ohio State University also announced it will cancel all in-person classes until March 30th. Students will still be expected to do school work online. Ball State University's influenza pandemic plan states that when there is a confirmed case in Muncie or Delaware County, the president and his cabinet will consider suspending in-person classes.
And it was a dreary and chilly day on campus.
Hopefully more sunshine and warm weather is on the way. Natalie, what can we expect?
Not really sunshine I expect to come soon. Right now on radar, if we can see, there's just mainly clouds moving through our area as that rain has moved out of the way. Current temperatures right now, we're at 40 degrees in Muncie, 40 degrees down in Indianapolis, and up at 36 degrees in Fort Wayne, so we can't see we're experiencing those colder temperatures. Moving on to later tonight, we can see temperatures are going to drop a little bit, and by 1 a.m., temperatures are expected to reach 40 degrees with an east-southeast wind at 2 miles an hour, making for cool conditions tonight. However, we are going to have a warm-up coming our way later on this week.
Juggling everyday life as a college student can be tough with constant due dates, extra activities, and for some, a job as well. With all that stress piling up, some students turn to meditation. NewsLink Indiana's Peyton Green visited Ball State's Reinhard Greenhouse to talk to students about how they believe meditation can help them.
Dr. Joe and Alice Reinhard Orchard Greenhouse is filled with beautiful flowers and plants. It is open to all Ball State students and the Muncie public.
The Reinhard Orchid Greenhouse is a hidden gem on the west side of campus. We've been here for almost 50 years.
Tuesday of every month, the Counseling Center hosts a free meditation group for students who find themselves stressed out over all the responsibilities that come with being a full-time student.
Help me relax my mind a little bit more and not get caught up in all the deadlines that I have.
Eddie Richardson, a doctoral practical student who hosted today's meditation at the greenhouse, believes that meditating can be very beneficial and rewarding for a student's mental health.
It really helps with focus. Sometimes when students are so busy, they've got a lot going on. Taking a couple seconds to meditate can help to refocus them.
All state students who find themselves stressed out over everyday work, the Counseling Center is open for appointments. And if you're interested in visiting the greenhouse, it's free for Ball State students. In Muncie, Peyton Green, NewsLink, Indiana.
If you're interested in visiting the greenhouse, it is open Monday to Saturday from 10 in the morning to 4:30 in the afternoon.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, Mitts will take you there.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Senator Bernie Sanders has canceled a rally scheduled to take place in Cleveland, Ohio tonight. Prior to the decision, the Democratic presidential candidate stopped by a polling place in Dearborn, Michigan. The state is one of 6 hosting primaries today. It's unclear whether Sanders plans to remain there or travel elsewhere. His campaign says it is adhering to the warnings from Ohio state officials, advising against large indoor events due to the coronavirus. Joe Biden also canceled a rally in Cleveland, Ohio, likely due to the coronavirus cases at Ohio State University.
The U.S. is beginning to close a chapter in Afghanistan. An official tells CNN the Pentagon has begun withdrawing troops and what could be the start of a full drawdown. At least 12,000 American forces from Afghanistan. Under a deal with the Taliban, about 4,000 will leave now, with the rest departing through next spring. The 18-year conflict is known as America's longest war.
Fifth Third Bank is being sued by Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. The CFPB alleges the bank's customers had cards opened and charged by employees since 2008. The lawsuit claims these actions were done without consent. The CFPB alleges Fifth Third Bank of 8 counts of violating federal consumer protection laws. A legal officer for the bank called the suit unwarranted, adding that the bank will defend itself vigorously.
Classes are canceled for St. Paul, Minnesota public schools because teachers are striking. Teachers spent the last 9 months negotiating a contract with the school district and failed to reach a contract agreement. Educators want a bigger chunk of the district's $750 million budget, plus additional counselors and nurses. About a third of its students are English learners and 16% have special education needs. For now, classes will be canceled Tuesday and Wednesday, but breakfast and lunch will be served at some community and school locations.
The largest U.S. sporting goods retailer will stop selling guns at over 440 additional stores this year. The move by Dick's Sporting Goods follows a series of decisions to scale back gun sales. After the school shooting in Parkland, Florida in 2018, Dick's announced it would stop selling semi-automatic weapons. A few months later, Dick's pulled firearms and hunting accessories from 10 stores as a test, and overall sales increased at those stores. In March 2019, the company pulled guns and ammunition from 125 additional stores. Now Dick's plans to nearly quadruple the number of stores without guns. And after a cloudy and chilly afternoon, will we see any relief tonight, Natalie?
It's going to be chilly still tonight, and those clouds are going to remain here 40 degrees in Muncie, but we're expected to see a warm up, and I'll talk more about that later on.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm going to miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
One in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse,
Yes.
you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
The time is 9:15 and you are looking now at Duck Pond.
Today was a dreary day and it might not get better soon. Natalie, what else can you tell us?
Well, we are going to see those cloudy conditions tonight, and those cloudy conditions are going to continue to increase as well going on to tonight, and temperatures are going to stay cold as well. Currently outside right now, we are in the cold temperatures with a temperature of 40 degrees with cloudy conditions with the winds calm, so a lot better than we saw yesterday. Looking at the whole area right now, we can see we're at 40 degrees in Muncie, 36 up in Fort Wayne, and 40 degrees in Indianapolis as well. These cold temperatures are quite a difference from what we had this time yesterday. We've gone down a total of 19 degrees in Muncie, 14 degrees in Indianapolis, and 13 degrees in Shelbyville as well. We can see those temperatures have dropped because a cold front has moved through our area. Looking at our temperature trend for the next 5 days, we can see there is a warm up coming our way. We're a high of 55 tomorrow, and Thursday a high of 63 degrees, but those temperatures are going to drop Thursday and be below average of 51 for the next few days after that. However, these temperature fluctuations are quite seasonal because spring is coming in 9 days, and I don't know about everyone else, but I'm getting really excited for these warmer temperatures because spring is my favorite season. I'm tired of the cold. Looking at our regional radar right now, we can see there's nothing really much happening but some cloud cover, maybe a few spotty showers in Indianapolis. Looking at the whole area, we can see cloud cover moving through, but we see a system off to the north, but that's really not going to mess with us until later on this week. Looking at our temperatures for tonight, temperatures are expected to fall to 39 degrees tonight with mostly cloudy conditions and winds starting at the north-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour, but those are expected to shift in later tonight to the east-southeast later on as well. Looking at our precision cast, we're going to time out these cloud covers and rain coming our way as well. See cloud cover for our Monday, possibly Wednesday, with possibly a few spotty showers as well. That cloud cover is going to continue into your Wednesday as well, making for mostly cloudy conditions. However, we're going to get a little break in the clouds for your Thursday with a break here at 12 p.m. and those clouds are continue to dissipate, and we are expecting to see another chance for precipitation moving in for your Thursday night into Friday as well. Looking at the precision cast following, you can see that rain is moving into your noon on Friday, and that is going to dissipate later on Friday and make for partly cloudy conditions moving into Friday, and possibly another chance for precipitation Saturday as well. For tomorrow's forecast, we are going to expect to see a high of 55 degrees with mostly cloudy conditions with southwest-southwest wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So tomorrow's conditions look pretty good. So if you want to go out for a walk around campus tomorrow to try breaking off some of that sickness and get away from everyone, that sounds like a good idea to me. Looking at our mid 7-day forecast, we can see we're going to reach a high of 55 tomorrow and a chance of precipitation coming for your Thursday as well. Moving into Saturday, we are going to see another chance of precipitation, and that can possibly be a snow and rain mix due to the falling temperatures that evening as well. Come Sunday, we're going to have pretty sunny conditions with a high of 46 degrees. Monday, a high of 55, and come Tuesday, another chance of precipitation. However, temperatures are going to reach a high of 64 degrees. So overall, it looks good.
Well, Natalie, you know, we have these 60-degree days, and I just want to go outside and enjoy the weather and all that, but they keep telling me because of the coronavirus, you know, you got to stay inside. And the coronavirus is affecting another industry. How the outbreak is changing MAC gameplay next.
And I'll tell you how the Wapahani basketball team is gearing up for their next game against Rossville.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to the shelterpetproject.org and meet a few who are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to the shelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Problems. The ones nobody talks about at cocktail parties. We go looking for them. No matter the obstacles, no matter the odds, we surround a community's most critical problems, and we fight. United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community. Will you?
It doesn't take a scientist to cure hunger or a fancy economist to create safe housing. It takes imagination, creativity, sweat equity. And I think of kids going to school hungry. Hunger, homelessness. In this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
Weeknights, NewsLink Indiana brings you the news before you go to bed.
But Friday mornings, you're waking up with Cardinal weather. We've got the latest news headlines.
Freezing temperatures have set in all the way down in Louisiana.
One man dead after flooding in Venice, Italy.
Up-to-the-minute weather conditions.
Cold temperatures are the story this morning.
And of course, lots of fun.
It is not
What
funny.
on earth is happening there?
I feel sorry for the little guy.
I've got my socks on. Annie with her curly hair, which is actually never curly. Join us Friday mornings at 8 on Facebook Live.
Good evening and welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Philip Chorzay with sports. Today, the Mid-American Conference made the decision to play both their men's and women's conference tournament, but will be limiting outside attendance due to coronavirus concerns. The general public will be kept out of the stadium, and only athletes, those associated with the teams, or the media will be allowed to access to the tournament. Those who already purchased tickets will receive a full refund or a credit for a ticket next season. And despite some colleges closing the doors to fans, high school basketball fans have been heading to games in droves. I headed out to Wapahani to see how the team is prepping for its big game against Rossville at the Lapel Regional. On a successful team, trusting your teammates is crucial. And trusting your teammates is a lot easier when you've been playing together for 10 years. Wapahani basketball seniors Trey Spence, Drew Luch, Braxton Davis, and Evan Roush are the leaders on a team headed to regionals this week.
One of them lives in the same house as me and my son Drew, and the other two or three actually, we're very close, and there's still a relationship of coach and player, but you know, these are guys that trust me and I trust them.
And in making it to regionals, the team helped avenge last year's sectional loss. Wapahani defeated Frankton 46-43, reversing last year's 3-point defeat to the same squad. For Spence, who led the team with 15 points, his hope is to repeat Frankton's success from last year.
Thinking about how we could have won that, how we could have made it to regional, especially seeing them making it to semi-state.
With the win, Wapahani won its first sectional title since 2014. And for Luch, that win is long in the making.
We've talked about winning the sectional, we've sat in the stands, we've watched us lose, we've watched us win, and with the hope that maybe one day when they're seniors that we could find a way, and we did.
Will hope to top their low 46-point output from the sectional game. And Wapahani isn't the only squad heading to regionals. Let's take a look at the 5 area teams moving on. In the 10:30 slot, Wapahani will take on Rossville at the Lapel Regional. Then, onto the noon slot, Delta will be in the Newcastle Regional and will face Leo. At the Frankton location, Cowan will take on Blue River. And finally, Blackford, winning their first sectional title in 29 years, will also be at Lapel, where they'll face Rochester. NewsLink Indiana will keep you updated on the IHSAA tournaments. And 2 Ball State women's basketball players received All-MAC honors to end the regular season. Freshman guard Sydney Freeman was named to the MAC All-Freshman team after averaging 10 points per game and starting in 29 of 30 contests. Junior forward Ashlyn Brown was selected to first-team All-MAC following a great season, averaging a near double-double with 13.6 points and 9.6 rebounds. Freeman and Brown will continue to lead the Cardinals into success at this week's MAC Conference tournament. The Cardinals will face the Eastern Michigan Eagles tomorrow at 5. And that really is surprising that the MAC decided to cancel no fans allowed into the games.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how, with the lack of excitement from the fans, how that'll play with the outcome of the games.
Yeah, I know players really value the fan input, so it'll be interesting to see how they'll play without those fans there supporting them.
Right. Well, we all know plastic pollution is a problem around the world, and when we come back, I'll tell you how some plastic is being repurposed.
And I'll introduce you to a new, cute addition in a zoo in Seattle.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just like the rules to surviving Zombieland, there are steps you can take to be prepared for an emergency.
It's the right thing to do.
Talk with your family to make a plan. Look for safe areas to meet up if separated. And stock up on supplies. It's never too early to get prepared, so start now.
Right now? Right now.
You can't predict emergencies, but you can be ready.
You're welcome, America.
Visit ready.gov today to learn more.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Thousands of plastic bottle caps that could have ended up in the trash or ocean were transformed into a colorful mural in Caracas, Venezuela. The mural depicts birds and sunflowers, as well as a mountainside city. Artist Oscar Olivers said that his idea was to do something that would really impact people.
The Woodland Zoo's latest addition is ready for his close-up. Officials at the Seattle Area Zoo have released the first pictures of its new baby gorilla. Uzuma gave birth to the yet-to-be-named ape on March 4th. The gorilla keeper said Uzuma, a first-time mother, is very attentive to the child. She hasn't put the baby down yet. As for the baby, he's bright-eyed, healthy, and observant.
Well, while that is a very cute gorilla, I think my favorite animal would have to be the tiger.
I think mine would have to be a lion.
Really? Oh, both cats, which is wild because I'm not much of a cat person.
See, I love cats. I have 2 cats at home and they are like my best friends.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Natalie, could we get that final look at weather, please?
Yeah, we're going to expect to see warmer temperatures heading our way with a high of 63 for your Thursday, but we are going to see a slight cool down after that. However, temperatures are expected to be an increase for your Tuesday with another high of 64 degrees with another chance of precipitation.
That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night.